Hello, everybody. I'm Geri Willis. Tonight, we get right to our top story. The woman at the center of the IRS scandal may finally be forced to come out and speak. Lois Lerner refused to answer questions about her department's deliberate targeting of conservative groups only after declaring she did nothing wrong. The House Oversight Committee today ruling she waived her Fifth Amendment rights, and they can even take her to federal court if she still refuses to answer for her actions. Joining me now, Gretchen Hamel, Executive Director for Public Notice. Gretchen, welcome back to the show. Great to have you here. Did this woman waive her Fifth Amendment rights?
Well, she did. The moment that she opened her mouth and started speaking was the moment that she waived her Fifth Amendment rights. She had a chance and an opportunity to tell the committee and to tell the American public her side of the story without allowing any of the members of Congress to ask any questions and let the American people know the other side of the story.
Well, Congressman Trey Gowdy agrees with you. Here's what he had to say.
Yes, she has a Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. She sat there and could have said nothing. We had a witness this week who did that. We had a witness this week who said nothing. She didn't. She made 9 separate factual assertions, and then she authenticated a document. If that is not waiver, if that is not express waiver, then surely it's implied waiver, and if it's not implied waiver, what is?
He asked a great question. Can you take 2 bites of the apple when you're giving testimony to Congress?
Well, it seems like you can take 2 bites at the apple, but Congress is going to try to take 2 bites of the apple of Lerner if we see that they come back and ask her to testify again. Now, if they do ask her to testify again and she refuses to, she will be held in contempt of court, and then that could mean that there could be a federal case here where they could take her and hold her in contempt.
You know, what's amazing to me about this whole story is that no heads have rolled. Nobody's lost their job. No. Lerner is on paid administrative leave. What do you make of that?
This is an organization, the IRS, that is supposed to be spending our dollars wisely, taking them in and spending them wisely, and there's no accountability here. Lerner is on administrative leave, and at the same time, she is still getting paid with those taxpayer dollars that she abused. So what we are creating here is just a culture that is protecting the waste and abuse of power and the waste of taxpayer dollars.
Well, I have to tell you, this isn't the first scandal. There are many scandals with the IRS. This is just one of them. There was a conference recently that they paid a lot of money for.
Yeah.
Really embarrassing. IRS agents using credit cards, the targeting of conservative groups, of course. And then what was really embarrassing, handing out bonuses right in the middle of the furloughs, and these went to union folks. I have to tell you, I feel like the IRS is out of control as an agency. What do you say?
Absolutely. This agency doesn't seem to get the message that the American people are frustrated with the size and role of government and what they are doing. Government spending continues to be a top concern of the American people, and what we have seen here is that the IRS does not care for the dollars that it does bring in. It's been making videos about Star Trek for training. It's been spending money on porn, wine, beer, spending tons of money on Nerf footballs. I think we have to wonder, is this really what we thought that the role of government should be? When we have out there people who actually are in need of help, and that there's a fundamental role for government to play, and those dollars aren't going to the fundamental role. They are going to, more and more IRS employees, and creating an agency that is trying to continue this waste, continue its abuse of power, and actually be in charge of what Obamacare in the next year.
Well, of course, now they're saying that progressives were also targeted, but you say there were lots more conservative groups put at risk.
Yeah, the Inspector General in his report said that he did not find that any progressive groups were being attacked. The groups that were being targeted were groups that had the words Tea Party in them, or groups that talked about government spending. These were the groups that they went after. Now, who knows? We may see that they were going after progressive groups, but it was very clear that they were targeting these groups that were going after something that they were very much about, and that is wasting taxpayer dollars and increasing the size of government.
Well, Gretchen, you make good points. And just to add a little salt to the wound here, Lerner earns $177,000 a year. That's 4 times more than the average American. Thanks for coming in, Gretchen. Good to see you.
And she's getting a paid vacation.
All bad news. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we've got more to come this